Yes, sir. Hey, this finna be one for the books. So today we have Michael Jackson. Now, this is probably one of the most requested videos. So here is y'all. I don't really celebrate it, but I'll go ahead and this is y'all late, birthday gift from me to you. You feel me? So let's get right into it, man. Let's talk about murder by numbers, right? With Michael Jackson. Let's get right into it. Now, first and foremost, if you don't understand what gematria is, right? Gematria is the practice of turning letters into their numerical value. A being one, B being two, C being three, so on and so forth. And that is what's going on with the English language. Everything in mainstream media is being coded by numerology. These deaths, these scripts, celebrities, sports, politics, it's all being done on a numerical code. So Michael Jackson is no different, right? With his whole name, Michael Joseph Jackson, synchronizing right up with his place of death, Los Angeles, California. And we have the same synchronicity with 197 in the English language forwards and 343 in the English language backwards. Z is 1, A is 26 in the reverse cipher. Now, the interesting thing about this synchronicity is the number 80 in full reduction. Now, what's interesting about that number 80, right, is that Michael Jackson's father, Joe Jackson, was 80 years old at the time of Michael Jackson's death. Even the day that he was born, right? July 26, 1928. The day that Joe Jackson was born also equates to 80 date numerology. Just like, once again, Michael Joseph Jackson. But come on. Right? Now, once again, there's synchronicity between Michael Joseph Jackson and Los Angeles, California. So now we take the other number, right? We took 80. Now let's take 89. Now, we just talked about his father. Now, it's very interesting that his father passed away when he was 80. Michael Jackson passed away when his father was 80. And also his father passed away at the age of 89. Just like, once again, Los Angeles, California equals 89. These people are being removed from the world stage by a numerical code. But come on, we just scratching the surface, right? So you have to take the birthdays before and after the death. So Michael Jackson passed away 10 months and 4 weeks after Joe Jackson's birthday, who was his father, when father equals 104 in the English language in reverse. Now, Michael Jackson also passed away 31 days before Joe Jackson's birthday. He even died on 31 date numerology, right? June 25th. Also with father and Joe Jackson also equals 31 in full reduction. So this was synchronized with his father, right? It's always synchronized with somebody, whoever they're closest to in the industry. That's who the death is synchronized with, right? But come on. Even if we include the end date, right? Joe Jackson's birthday was on the 32nd day of Michael Jackson's death, and also the 4th week and the 4th day of Michael Jackson's death. Just like, once again, father equaling 32 in reverse full reduction. And also with the word kill, that kill number 44. So even if we take father in reverse, right? We took it forwards here, right? Forwards reduction. Even if we take it in reverse full reduction, we still get the connection with the word father. This was a father son ritual. But come on, right? Now, the king of pop, right? The title that is associated with Michael Jackson. Now, interesting enough, Michael Joseph Jackson equals 109, as well as king of pop, and where the king of pop star passed away, right? Los Angeles. We get the 109 synchronicity, right? Even once again, that location, right? That death location, Los Angeles, California, synchronizes with death with 118, but most importantly, death also equals 25 as he died on the 25th of June. These are synchronized rituals that you're looking at, and they're being done by the numbers. Now, was Michael Jackson born to play this role that he's playing? Because if we take the day that he was born, August 29th, it left 124 days remaining in the year, just like Michael Jackson. Equals 124 in simple gematria, the English language forwards. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. Michael Jackson even told you that himself with the song ABC, it's easy as 1, 2, 3. He told you about this himself. And this happened to be the day that he was born on. Michael Jackson strikes me as someone that was born to play this character. Right? He was sold out at a very young age. He never had a choice. But come on, with that 124. Now it's interesting that he was born on a day leaving 124 days remaining. Michael Jackson equals 124. And also, his posthumous album that was released after his death, it was released exactly 1 year and 24 weeks after his death, just like Michael Jackson equals 124 once again. So now you see how these things are more orchestrated than what it looks on the surface. These things are much more organized than it meets the eye. Michael Jackson also equals 83, just like murder equals 83. Now, also with the word murder, Invincible, which was his final album before his death, it actually came out 399 weeks before his murder, right? Just like murder equals 399 in the Latin cipher, right? The Latin / Jewish cipher. They're both calculated the same way. So with his character name, right? Michael Jackson, synchronizing with murder, and him also dying 399 weeks after his last album, when murder equals 399. Right? This was also released on the 303rd day of the year, just like Michael equals 33, right? Dropping at 0. It also left 62 days left in the year, just like Sacrifice equals 62. So these releases of these albums are very strategic. We've seen this time and time again, right? These are no mistakes. These releases are strategic. Now, keep in mind, right, just to show you how strategic they are, this final album was released on October 30th, 10/30. Now, with that being said, Michael Jackson also passed away 10 months and 30 days after Joe Jackson's birthday. Even Joe Jackson in simple English gematria equals 103, dropping that 0 at the end. Or you could drop the zeros completely and you have the number 1 and the number 3. But come on. What also equals 103? This is it. Where Michael Jackson told you this is it, right? Michael Jackson told you this is it. But let's dive deeper on that. First, we have to talk about the number for dishonesty, equaling 113. Now, green screen, broadcasting, mainstream perjury, not factual, not true, dishonest, divorce, BS, politics, illusions, disinfo, fiction, not honest. All of these words in the English language forwards and backwards equal 113. So it's very interesting that Michael Jackson's This Is It also equals 113. They're being dishonest with you. It's deception going on in this Michael Jackson story. I'm led to believe that Michael Jackson did not pass away the day that they told you. Right? Even Los Angeles, California, once again, each way that we put it, Los Angeles, California, Los Angeles, CA, every way possible has a connection to this situation. Even the location of his death also contain dishonesty, right? Equaling 113. But let me show you how I know for sure that this was an orchestrated move to remove Michael Jackson off of the stage. Michael Jackson's This Is It. If we take the whole title in its complicity, it equals 256 in the English ordinal cipher, just like the day that it was it. The 25th of June, 25/6. Man, come on, man. He told you. He told you this was it. This is it. I'm gone. He already knew. That lets me know that this was not a real death. This was only a character removal. It doesn't work like word of the tongue. It don't work that good. No, he was telling you everything they do is for a reason. Now, also pay attention to the fact that Michael Jackson's This Is It also synchronizes with the word dead, right? With the number 94. And he would be dead on 25/6. 256. He told you. He told you. It's all in the numbers, man. You can't make this stuff up. But come on. Right? Even if we take Michael Jackson's This Is It in the reverse full reduction cipher, we get 149. 149 is the 35th prime number. The prime numbers are very important. A prime number is a number that can only be divided by itself and the number 1. Right? So you have King of Pop and Satan both synchronizing with that number 35. So they was telling you that it was it for the King of Pop. This is it. This is the last production that never got to happen. They just announced it just to put it in front of you before it happened. Remember, these people believe in a karmic retribution, the universal law of karma. So everything they do, before they do it, they tell you what they're going to do first, so they don't feel bad about it. They believe that they cannot trick you. They cannot lie to you. So in some way, somehow, they have to tell you what they do before they do it. Right? This was nothing but a Masonic ritual, because the day that Michael Jackson's This Is It was scheduled to start, it was scheduled to start on the 13th of July, right? 13/7, 137, which happens to be the 33rd prime number. What also equals 33? Michael, his first name, also equals 33 in the full reduction. Yes, he was a part of the Get Down. I know y'all love Michael Jackson, but come on. He was a part of Hollywood. Let's be real about it. But let's move on. Right? Now, he also died 2 weeks and 5 days before This Is It was scheduled to start. Right? 2 weeks and 5 days after the 25th, when death equals 25. Remember, everything they do is strategic. Now, let's get to the mockery of Michael Jackson's quote unquote death. Now, the day he was born, breaking down the day he was born, August 29th, 1958. We get 60 and 42. Now, what's interesting about this is he also died on this same numerology, 60 and 42, just like the N word. So, yeah, even Michael Jackson was not exempt from this mockery that occurs with black entertainers, right? Even you change your skin white, change your face white, they still gonna mock you, right? But come on. Now, most importantly, with that N word, right, equaling 42, we've seen this so many times, right? So it's no coincidence that Michael Jackson also died 42 weeks after his birthday, right? After his last birthday that he would see in 2008. Now, I have to tell you that there's a plot twist to this situation, right? So I would like to thank everybody for making it this far because there is a major plot twist in this situation. Now, there's been an ongoing thing about this person that we seen on Larry King. Now, this person goes by the name of Dave Dave. Now, they was chosen out of all of Michael Jackson's friends, right? That he had, all the people that had an encounter with Michael Jackson. They selected this person named Dave Dave to speak about knowing him, about being his friend. And there were some alarming resemblance between this Dave Dave character and Michael Jackson. So let's dive in on that. Right? Even the fact that Dave Dave died at 42 years old, right? The same connection with Michael Jackson. But just the fact that they decided that this was news, right? They even say Dave Dave, whose father set him on fire in 1983. Besides him being Michael Jackson's friend at one time, right? Quote unquote Michael Jackson's friend. Why is this news? Why did we need to know about this? Why did we need to know about some random person that we've never heard about? Father set him on fire back in 1983 and now he died. So everybody should know about it now for some odd reason. I think it's something deeper to this situation. Now, let's listen to the video.
Joining us now here in Los Angeles, Miko Brando, who was with us almost every night after this untimely passing, longtime Michael Jackson friend attending the funeral, and Dave Dave. Yes, that's his name, Dave Dave. He was David Rothenberg. He was set on fire in 1983, suffered, as you can see, terrible scars. Michael Jackson befriended him and paid for a lot of his surgeries. Dave Dave is also attending the burial. Why Dave Dave?
Well, to liberate myself from the confines of my father's criminality.
Now, we know that Joe Jackson was not the best individual. Now, it seems as if this Dave Dave character is speaking in code. Now, he said he wants to liberate himself from his father's criminality. It kind of sounds like he's speaking about Joe Jackson. And if you just listen to his voice, just listen to his voice. Does that not sound like Michael Jackson? And I know they just showed a picture, right? Of what they are portraying to be Dave Dave as a child, right? Now these are, I'm gonna get to it in a second. Just listen.
He caused the fire?
Yeah. He is a criminal and he caused all this. To free myself of his name and his legacy, I decided to become my own person through changing my name.
We'll find out how Michael helped you, but
through changing my name. Liberate myself through changing my name. Now, we don't know who this is right here. There's no telling who that is. We don't know these people that they put in front of us. It's very easy to just create an illusion, create an image for us to see and to get us to believe.
Well, friends, remember Las Vegas artist Dave. He died at the age of 42 last month at a Las Vegas hospital. Dave was badly scarred at the age of 6 when his father actually tried to burn him to death. Dave was a close friend of Michael Jackson, who he met shortly after that attack.
I felt like he had like Michael Jackson's spirit in him, because there were times that he
Wow. So he just happens to say that. Like, why every time they give us Dave, they have to say something about Michael Jackson? Was Dave not his own entity? Or are you trying to tell us something? Why do you have to mention Michael Jackson with Dave? Why is this even news? I'm not trying to be rude, but people die every day. So why is this being broadcasted? Why is this person, Dave, being broadcasted? It's the reason behind it.
even sounded like him talking, and it would just kind of blow my mind sometimes.
Well, Dave's cause of death is still under investigation.
So they don't even know how he died, right? But it's just so crazy that guy, man, he just sounded like him. He had the same spirit. It's almost like they're telling you who that is. Now, it was a comment that resonated with me out of all the other comments on that video. And this comes from Tiffany P. Tiffany P said, I think Dave was a real person and probably really was friends with MJ. And after his quote unquote death, he started using Dave as a disguise. I've seen different interviews with Dave, and sometimes he sounds like Mike, but sometimes he doesn't. And his eye shape. There was one video of Dave, I stared at the eyes, and that was Michael. And this is the comment that made the most logical sense to me. Dave was a character that Michael Jackson decided to play, because they even said that Michael Jackson was a master of disguises. This is one of Michael Jackson's disguises.
And you actually got to meet Michael Jackson at some point during the filming of this.
Yeah, but I didn't know it at the time.
What do you mean?
Because he was in disguise.
Opportunity to meet Michael Jackson. I fly out to Vegas, and I'm greeted by Muhammad, which is his head security Muslim guy, right? He calmly said, yes, Mr. Jackson is upstairs waiting for you. So we're going upstairs. At this point, this is when I realized, okay, everything about Mike is choreographed. Nothing is natural, everything is set up. Okay? Everything about Mike is choreographed. Nothing is natural, everything is set up. He was like, you wanna go to the movies? I was like, movies? You go to the movies? He said, yeah, let's go. So he goes into the room. 20 minutes later, he comes back out. And I'm like, okay, shit, where's Mike? The guy that came back out was like, I'm right here. I was like, this ain't Mike. I said, Mike, that's you? This nigga came out looking like an old man with a long ass beard, this little hat move in his trench, like a complete disguise.
Now you just seen that video where it showed that Michael Jackson would always use a disguise. Now, is it far-fetched that what you see right here is one of Michael Jackson's disguises? Dave. Now check this video out where they are transferring Michael Jackson's body, right? Keep in mind, this is supposed to be his dead body that they're putting in this coroner van. to take it to the coroner's office. Right? They're getting his body and they're going to put it in a van. Now, what's interesting about this video is what you will see the events that transpired later on that night. Now, pay close attention. Pay close attention to that van. Pay very close attention to that van that they're putting the body in. Now, let's see if we can see some similarities. Now, this was later on that day. Now, somebody who knows who, maybe an insider, because like I said, they always have to show you the truth. They always have to reveal it to you. But look at the body that comes out, jumps out of the van and carry him off swiftly in that same van that body was in. Now, just to prove what I'm saying, the coroner, the license plate on both videos is the exact same license plate. The one that they put his body in, you can just look right here. Just look at the figure. It looks like an I-276. And then if we look at the video that body got out of that van, we see those same figures. I-276. It's the same van that he got out of. But let's dive deeper though. Right? Because if we recollect the story that they tell about Dave, whose father set him on fire. Just look at what they put in the title. Look at what they put in the headlines. Dave, whose father set him on fire in 1983, dies at 42. Now, 1983 is interesting, right? Not only 83, right? Murder equals 83, right? Michael Jackson equals 83. But Michael Jackson got his hair caught on fire around that same time in early 1984 at the Pepsi commercial when he caught his hair on fire. Now, this is the part where I'm trying to grasp how this transpired, right? Now, if we are to say that Michael Jackson is the same person as Dave, then that would mean that Michael Jackson didn't only catch his hair on fire. That would mean that Michael Jackson was so severely burned from this day that he could no longer go on how his face was. That would mean that they had somebody else play Michael Jackson. Right? And this ties back into the ASAP Rocky video where they showed when a freak accident happens that wasn't planned to happen, and you have an artist that's making billions of dollars, the show must go on by any means. They're making more money alive than dead at that point. In 1984, Michael Jackson was one of the top. He was the top artist in the world. Best selling in the world. He was bigger than the Beatles. He actually owned the Beatles catalog. Right? So if we're going to say that Michael Jackson is Dave, then this would have to be the theory that his face was so severely burnt. And if you just look at the eyes, man, he has the same eyes as Michael Jackson. He has the same eyes. So It's a lot of similarities in their situations. So I'm brainstorming with y'all. My mind is being changed as we're going through the facts, right? Because if we take the day that Dave was born to the day that Michael Jackson died, right, quote unquote died, Dave happened to be 33 years old, just like Michael equals 33. So was this actually Dave that we seen? I'm gonna leave it up for y'all interpretation, right? Now y'all remember in the beginning where I said that Michael Jackson was born on a day leaving 124 days in a year, just like Michael Jackson equals 124. And y'all remember how he died a year and 24 weeks before his posthumous album. Now, with that 124, it's very interesting that Dave's born name, his name at birth, David Charles Rothenberg, also equals 124 along with Michael Jackson. So is this Michael Jackson? And was the Michael Jackson that we seen a doppelganger? The one that they showed us for the rest of his career. Was that a doppelganger? Was it a clone? Was it a double, a look-alike? Now these are the questions that we have to ask. Was this burnt victim really Michael Jackson? And is that why they chose, out of all the people that knew Michael Jackson, on Larry King Live, this is the person that they chose to showcase to you? Was that them putting the truth in plain sight so they could rub their hands with the karma? Was that their way of saying, I told you so? Well, we showed you. You can't say that we didn't lie. You can't say that we lied to you. See, this is their way of doing that. They always put the truth in front of you so they can say, well, we told you, we didn't lie to you. Because if they lie, it's in their beliefs that they receive the karma that comes with that. It's almost like me calling your phone and saying, hey, bro, on Tuesday, you better make sure that you got your door locked to your house, because if you don't, I'm going to come in when you're going and I'm going to steal everything in your house. And after I tell you that, you still leave your door unlocked at 2:00. Now I don't feel bad for stealing everything that you got because I already gave you a warning and you still didn't listen. It kind of works like that. But come on. Now, another interesting synchronicity between the Dave character and the Michael Jackson character. I just believe these are both characters at this point. I believe that Dave was a character and Michael Jackson was a character. But like I said, y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation, because it's also interesting that if you take the day that both of them passed away on and you calculate it the same exact way, we get 60 date numerology, just like the N word equals 60. Now we remember that Michael Jackson was in a mockery ritual as well, right? With him dying 42 weeks after his birthday on 42 date numerology. And Dave died at the age of 42. So it's some very interesting synchronicities between the two. Right? Now, I know that the Dave, now this looks like a different Dave right here. This looks like the real Dave. Like how that person said they believe that Dave is a real person. This doesn't resemble Michael Jackson right here. So I believe now I'm starting to lean towards what that lady said, that Dave was a real person, but Michael Jackson took on that character. He was a master of disguises. So I believe this is one of his disguises, right? Because and then they killed off, right, that character. They killed off that character by the numbers, because Dave died on the 28th day of his age, just like Dave equals 28. Kill equals 28. The character Dave, that's why they said that. Right? They killed the character by the numbers. But the real Dave is probably still out there. This was one of the characters that he adopted. But come on. Right? Another weird synchronicity. The day that Dave was born was on the 169th day of the year, which left 196 days remaining. Now, the day that Dave died, I was about to say Day, but he died on the 196th day of the year with 169 days remaining. So it seems way too organized. This character right here that they're telling us about, it seems way too organized, right? Now, once again, we have to recap with the number for dishonesty being 113, right? With this is it, him telling you that this was his last project. He was letting you know right there that this character, the Michael Jackson character, is done. This is it, right? 113 numerology. Also, with his place of death, right? Los Angeles, CA equals 113 as well. Now, what also equals 113, the vitiligo that they said that he had also equals 113 in the English language in reverse. This was nothing but his character. That man did not have vitiligo. We never seen no spots, no nothing. Right? He bleached his skin and got and got a nose job. Well, come on. Also with the 113, Dave passed away 11 months and 3 days before his upcoming birthday, his next birthday that he did not see. And we get the number for deception. This was a fake character removal, this Dave. The character that Michael Jackson played, they killed that character off by the numbers as well. That was another character removal. But come on. Right? Once again, not factual and mainstream also equal 113. But also, if you also put those words in reverse, you get 157, just like the day that he died on. Dave. The 15th of July, 15/7. Not factual, mainstream. This was another character removal. So who knows where Michael Jackson is at? The real Michael Jackson, the real Dave. There's no telling where these people are, right? But they give you hints in the media. They always give you hints when something isn't right. Right? It's a reason why it's certain celebrities that's known for faking their death. When you think about celebrities that fake their death, who do you think about? You think about Michael Jackson and you think about Tupac. It's a reason behind that. Who do you think started those theories? But come on. Right? Now, it's also interesting that they killed off Dave shortly after they killed off Michael Jackson's father, Joe Jackson. Dave died shortly after Joe Jackson. So it's almost like they was playing cleanup. You hear me? It's almost like they was playing cleanup. Getting rid of the whole scene. Then Larry King died too. Remember Dave showed up on Larry King. That's when he was first shown to the world. Then they killed Larry King a couple years after that. So they didn't mop the floor with the whole scene. You hear me? But what's interesting about these two is that Dave died on the 19th day of Joe Jackson's death. Just like Jackson equals 19 in full reduction. Also, on the second week and the 5th day of his death, just like 25. And remember, Michael Jackson died on the 25th as well. So yeah, I definitely do believe that it's something way deeper than what they're telling. I would really love to hear what y'all how do y'all perceive this? Do y'all perceive Michael Jackson as he is Dave and Dave never existed and Michael Jackson is Dave due to him his face being burnt off? Or do you believe that Michael Jackson adopted the character after he met Dave, and then after he constructed his death by the numbers after his death was faked, he inherited the Dave character? Let me know how y'all perceive that, man, because we all see things different. We have, on this platform, we don't shun people for having a different opinion than our own, right? We trying to build a community and not a cult, right? So independent thinking is very welcome on this platform. So I would love to hear how y'all perceive this situation. But with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all for all the love, all the support, and I'm out.